You're watching The Kate Fox Show, and I'm Kate Fox, and tonight we are here with our friend Jen Elyse Feldy.
Hello.
And Jen, we caught up with you in the summer. We had all sorts of things that we spoke about, but now it's cold, it's winter, and you are a fitness coach,
Yep.
a trainer, you do all sorts of things. And so what we wanted to do today is get some insight from you on how to remain healthy in the cold, how to remain healthy anytime.
Yeah.
And also talk about the new venture that you just started with your gym.
Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm losing track of everything I'm doing. I have lists because I forgot. So, well, we're going to talk about the immune system. We're going to give you some ways to get over a cold really fast, maybe 24 hours. I feel signs of feeling better right away. So we'll do that in a minute, and we're going to show you some workout moves that you can do every couple of days at home or in a gym. So that's what we're going to do today. There's a lot going on, but we'll keep that the focus for now.
So now you were saying also you have guides you've created for people.
Right.
About staying healthy, getting healthy again, things to avoid, things to try.
Exactly.
How do people go about finding these guides?
Contacting me. The only way to get it is through me. I probably will never publish it, so I keep track of every single person who has a copy. And if you know me, then you get a copy. And a lot of my close friends, most of them are on my plan, or they have a copy and were on my plan at some point. So we'll be printing those out tomorrow. That's tomorrow's focus, printing out 3 plans, 135 pages, how to prevent illness, how to look your best, how to feel your best, all in there. And then we need the explanation, so that's where the videos come in.
Wow. So you've been very, well, you have. I've been watching you. You have been
busy.
crazy busy lately.
Yeah, I'm also casting, I'm vice president of Phoenix Wrestling Federation, so now I'm casting and producing a wrestling show. So that's happening, and there's a movie coming in a couple of months we're going to be shooting, and I might be playing a mermaid in another friend's show. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot happening. The gym just built last week.
You're a mixed bag.
All over.
You're so diverse, but you do it well.
Thank you. Well, I sleep a lot. I wake up tired. I sleep a little excessively. I probably sleep like 2 to 4 hours a night more than my boyfriends, but I feel like I need it to recover from everything, because I wake up and it's like wrestling, health counseling, training. We just wrapped a filming, and then I walk down the street, and now here I am. It's crazy, kind of. It's a lot of stimulation, so I need a lot of sleep, or so I tell myself.
Well, but if you need sleep, you need sleep.
I wish I didn't.
So, well, that's also a very, it has to do with health. Yeah. Because some people need 3, well, I'm exaggerating, but 3 hours sleep. Yeah. Some people need 12. I need a good 8. So you're
normal. Well, no, you're good normal. Not normal. Oh, my tea is.
Do you want to pause it? Or just, no.
I can just get it.
So she's making tea.
Yeah. Tea time. It's also tea time.
So now you're making tea. Do you have tea year-round? Is it a winter thing? Is it a special kind of tea? What do you do?
I have like probably 40 boxes of tea over there in my cabinet. But yeah, more winter than summer, but I will in the summer, because hot water or hot tea expands. It expands your stomach, and it makes you feel more full faster. So at the end of the day, not anymore, but I used to always be hungry at night, but if you have a flavorful or delicious tea, that's one thing of many things you can do to feel satisfied and to not feel hungry. Yeah. Wow. Hot water, hot tea, and even in the morning throughout the day, I'll do that. Even during gym workouts lately, I'm sipping tea, and I don't get hungry during the workouts because I have this hot water. It's a lot more satisfying than cold water. Cold water doesn't really keep me full, but hot water, I feel it keeps me full. I'll be like, oh, I'm good.
Interesting.
Yeah, little diet tip for you. And it's very calming.
See, now in my head, I'm going over what I drink during the day.
Right.
Because I drink a lot of water.
Okay.
But I also drink at least 2 cups of green tea a day.
Okay.
So now I'm trying to as you're talking, I'm imagining my poor eating habits every day, and does the tea affect me in that way? So now tomorrow, when I go to have my tea, you're going to be in my ear going, this is going to fill you a little more. You're going to feel full.
And you can carry containers. I have a container off there, and I have a bunch of different thermoses. I pack them with me. So that's one of my new things, sort of. I keep a whole backup thing of hot tea or hot water with me, and a container to sip on with a stainless steel straw. So all day I'm sipping hot liquids.
Really?
And it's just very calming. It's, you know, my voice doesn't get as tight. And think about it, like people do heated blankets or they do a hot water bottle. If they get anxious, they put it on their stomach. Well, drinking hot water, it's kind of like doing that internally. Just drinking the hot water. Hot food also is more comforting than cold food. So that's one way to just feel a little bit more comforted during these cold winter months.
Very interesting.
So if you're rolling on February 14th, drink you some hot water and maybe you won't feel as lonely.
Oh. And if you do feel lonely, have another cup of tea.
And don't call me because I'll be busy.
Oh,
well, I don't know.
Cold-hearted.
Yeah, I just play the villain. I gotta fit that in.
That was good. That was good. I like the way you did it. So we are gonna, so we're going to talk about how to get rid of a cold quick, or at least not feel the symptoms as much. And then we're gonna show you some gym stuff going on.
Perfect.
We'll be right back. And we're back, and Jen, you have a lot of things laid out. So why don't you tell us what you do with all of this?
I take all of these every morning. It's really quite simple to be healthy. All you gotta do is just shove all this down your throat. No. I will use some of these products maybe every few days or even every few weeks because I like to mix it up. It's very important to mix up supplements if you are going to take supplements, and I consider apple cider vinegar a supplement, so you don't get any, predictable to me, deficiencies and toxicities. So right here what I laid out is what someone might take if they have a very, very severe infection or cold or flu, and we'll just say they have a bacteria that they were diagnosed, they have a bacteria they want to get rid of, and they don't want to take antibiotics. So that's what this is here for.
And would they do all of it?
You could do all of it, but what you want to do is if you've never tried, let's say, bee pollen, you want to try it and maybe wait 3 to 7 days, and then you try another supplement. Then wait 3 to 7 days, because you don't want to put them all in at once. They might have reactions. They definitely can affect each other, and you want to make sure you're not allergic or have any adverse reactions. So one thing at a time. I've tried them all. If I'm sick, I might do almost all of them in one day.
But you've also tried it all.
I've tried
so
it all.
So you know that.
I know I can do it.
Because if I tried bee pollen and apple cider vinegar, I'm just grabbing at things, and garlic, whatever, and I had a reaction, I wouldn't know which one was bothering me.
Exactly.
Okay.
So for you people at home, for you guys at home, one thing at a time. All right. So I'm gonna go over the top natural antibiotics.
Okay.
So, out of order, olive leaf is very potent. I like to take the olive leaf in a capsule rather than a dropper form because it's a lot easier on your mouth, because the dropper form is a little bit rough. I was doing that for years. Olive leaf, really good for antifungal, antibacterial, and as well as colloidal silver. Elderberry is another top. So right here, elderberry, colloidal silver, olive leaf, Manuka honey has actually tested better than a lot of prescription drugs at getting rid of abscesses in your throat and bacteria. And honey doesn't go bad. I'll mix in cinnamon in here and make it even more antibacterial, antifungal.
Wow.
Oregano extract, oregano oil. So for me, this is just how I work. If I have a drink or two, I'll wake up with a sore throat half the time, and I feel like I'm coming down with something.
A drink or two.
Alcohol.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I feel like I'm coming down with something day one, I'll do some of these things. That's it. It doesn't progress because you want to hit the bacteria when it's first starting to multiply and knock it out and prevent it from multiplying with antimicrobials and antibacterials, rather than wait and wait and wait and wait, and now you have a situation of overgrowth of harmful bacteria and you can't get rid of it.
Wow.
So act day one, and these are some things you can do. We have a photo. Probiotics as well. This is just a generic vitamin shop. I have another one in my refrigerator. A lot of the good probiotics have to be refrigerated so they don't denature. Garlic, go for the real garlic. If people don't like the way you smell, then maybe you shouldn't be around them. And if you really can't smell, sometimes I have my body really close to people. I'll do a garlic tablet if I want to smell like flowers or pears. So
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Now I used to, and I haven't done it in a while. Well, actually, not too long ago. But when I would get sick,
Right.
I would chop up a whole clove of garlic and eat it raw.
Right. And just plain?
Yeah.
That
a little-
can burn your
it's a-
esophagus.
It's a little burny.
I wouldn't recommend that.
But
I mean, I'm glad you're okay, but it could give you polyps on your esophagus. 'Cause
really?
like apple cider vinegar, some people are chugging that in the morning, or the garlic straight. That can irritate your throat. You soak in hot water. So you want to dilute this. You want to dilute this, and you'd want to dilute this too.
Okay. Now
Ideally.
you mentioned this, so I have to ask because everyone raves about it.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's the thing.
Right.
It helps you lose weight. Do this, do that, do
Yeah.
the other thing, do the other. Does it really?
I think it does. Well, for me, let's say I have shoots, right? So I'm an actress, and I still model, even though I'm 35. But, edema, I don't have edema, but swelling, I'll eat things that are really salty, or I'll eat things like popcorn that'll make me retain water, and I don't want to look swollen. That's really great. Another thing is, a lot of people are taking these antacids. You don't want to take antacids. You want to have stomach acid in your stomach. So, there we go, apple cider vinegar. That can help. So you have more acids in your stomach. So when you get hit with a bacteria, let's say, that you don't want in your system, now you have the proper environment that's acidic to kill that in your stomach. You also have that in your private parts, like women. You have an acidic vagina. That's important to keep it acidic so you don't get hit with the bad bacteria. So it kills it off.
Interesting.
So that's one reason too.
And now, well, let me ask you. So, do I go to the supermarket and buy
Yeah,
it? Do I go to the
supermarket.
health food store? Does it
Katy
matter?
Perry's house. Katy Perry is an investor in Bragg's, so we met her at Expo East. But yeah, Vitamin Shop. It's now at almost every grocery store. It tastes. I can't take the taste, but you know what? The benefits are kind of worth it.
Is there any way to disguise it, or do you just suck it up, suck it down, and go?
Yeah, I mean, I tell people who drink alcohol, if you can take a shot, you can deal with taking a watered down apple cider vinegar shot. You can hold your nose. You can also mix it into, let's say, with cherry juice or some type of juice, but unless the juice is made that day, you really don't want to be having juices, like apple juices and orange juices that feed candida. You don't want to be doing that. So I would say water it down. And ideally, if you have a fresh squeeze or fresh blended, not flesh, no cannibal juices, like maybe you want to blend up a lemon. That can help it be a little easier.
Or if you're lazy, just take a shot.
Water it down though.
Water it down. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, how much do you water it down?
Or chaser. Chasers are good. That's what I do. I'll take it and then I'll chase it with something that tastes better. A teaspoon of water, or sometimes I'll take a tablespoon, put it in the air, add bee pollen, because the bee pollen dissolves in the apple cider vinegar, and you need to have bee pollen dissolve in order to absorb it. Otherwise, it passes through you like flax seeds. So I'll do that, and then I chase it. And then I'll feel more awake. My stomach is flatter. I'll feel like I have clearer vision. I can think straighter. It actually helps my focus.
Really?
But everyone's different. I'm very sensitive, so that's how it happens for me.
Now, you said edema.
Yeah.
But now, say someone has arthritis, does
Right.
that also help with the
It
inflammation from arthritis, or do you?
Supposed to. Yeah, I mean, as long as inflammation, the best way to control your inflammation is with your diet at every meal throughout the day. So if you're going to continue eating bagels and even sandwiches, which are usually pro-inflammatory, and you're having this,
Sandwiches.
yeah, sandwiches, because like the food combining, sandwiches, the food combining with the breads, having carbs and protein together, it can trigger inflammatory response. Or even bread, most breads that people are eating is pro-inflammatory, increase your inflammation, increase your taxing on the body.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So most sandwiches, but you could do healthy sandwiches. It's
Healthy's
possible.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, okay, so what else are we doing with this stuff?
We're putting it on our body. What else are we gonna do? I love the elderberry. I love the local honey and the bee pollen. That's a great way to prevent a cold. It can also help if you're in the throes of it. You can dissolve the bee pollen, the apple cider vinegar, or hot water. It dissolves as well. What else? Fresh greens, always love. I'm taking this since 2011. Every couple of days I'll take it. Gonna add a teaspoon of the greens in water. It helps your red blood cells to be less coagulated, to actually stick together less, helps to oxygenate your cells so you have more energy.
Huh.
Because if your red blood cells are sticking together because you're dehydrated or you're lacking greens, you're going to feel more tired. So one way to uncoagulate or thin out your blood, drinking water and having greens, eating greens, taking fresh greens, wheatgrass, helps to aerate your cells. More aerated cells means more nutrients and oxygen to your cells and to your brain.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I'm looking at this big honkin' tub. What is this here?
This is my personal honey. I was using this to make chocolate. I was selling chocolate for a while. I'm not doing that. But this is my personal honey. So I'll take a bunch of this, and then in maybe a bowl, or if this becomes my personal nuts, I'll just add the honey to the nuts, and I'll add Himalayan salt and just eat it. And these are soaked nuts.
They're what?
They're soaked. So these have been soaked for probably 14 hours in filtered water, and then I dehydrate them, my dehydrator.
Why?
It removes the phytates or the phytates or the anti-nutrients that are coated or inside the nuts. So a lot of nuts, people, if you ever have nuts and you feel sick after, you feel just like kind of full or foggy headed, or indigestion. People either get like indigestion or like foggy brain after eating nuts that aren't soaked. So this helps to cut down, and also prevents the anti-nutrients prevent a lot of nutrients from being absorbed. So yeah, my boyfriend turned me on to the soaking. I wanted to do it, but it intimidated me. But I had a guide. Everyone has guides. I guide people, and then I have guides that show me things.
That's great.
It's important. We always gotta learn something else. So this has changed my life. The soaked nuts. It's not too hard, but you do need a dehydrator to dry them out.
So I shouldn't be chomping on nuts every day as a snack.
I don't think it's a bad idea. But you want to get ideally raw, and even better, soak them so it's more easily digested.
Okay.
Yeah, more easily digested and less likely to have the anti-nutrients, which are going to block a lot of nutrients. Yeah.
Good to know.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a complicated one. This is one that's not my favorite because it's an extra step. I like fast. But honey too. Honey is antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial. It never goes bad. I got the whole thing from this young kid, he was like in his teenager. I just said, I'll take the whole thing. And it's delicious to me. On nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, you just add this bunch of nuts with salt and cinnamon. Yum. Good. Very, it's like a deconstructed Snickers if you add chocolate.
Deconstructed Snickers.
Yeah.
But don't use that name because it's trademarked.
Knickers.
So, okay, I want to go down and take a look at your gym facility.
Yeah.
So what do you want to leave us with about all of these products, or about just feeling better?
Feeling better. Well, best thing to do is prevention. Eat your fruits and vegetables, your nuts, maybe they're soaked, your seeds, every single day. So then you're getting a dose of antifungals, antivirals, antibacterials every single day, and then you don't get into a position where you need to have an emergency kit like this. These are the big guns if you really feel like you're getting sick. And then some things you could do every day. So take care of yourself every day so you don't have to go to the home ER or my house. I can make something for you.
We're back and we are downstairs in this lovely gym that you have built for your clients. And you were showing me an interesting move on this lovely Pilates machine. And that was to target what area?
So we're going to target the quads, the hamstrings, the butt. So this move is going to hit a lot of different things. So I use this reformer machine. I go squat as low as I can. Maybe I pray for it to be over. Maybe I put my hands right here. So I have most of my weight on my right glute, my right heel, and then I'm working the inner and outer thigh on the left leg. And I gotta use my core to stabilize. So that's all nice. But if you don't have a reformer at home, I'm gonna show you what to do at home. So you wanna land softly so you don't hurt your joints. And we're gonna go into a squat. I'm gonna put most of my weight on my right leg. I'm gonna sit into my right heel so I don't put a lot of pressure on my knee by going forward. I'm sitting back, sticking my butt at Kate, just the way I want it. And now I'm gonna go like this. In, out, in, out. So we can go like in, out, and then thrust forward. We can go down, in, out. Now if you don't have a glider at home, you can take a towel, paper towel. Towels are good, paper plate, or you can take a sweater from someone you don't like, put your foot on it, and then use that. Sweaters are really great, so I try to find people I don't like and take their sweaters. So that's a move you can do at home for your inner and outer thigh and your butt right away. And you know what's great too? Since we're working the body, we're really working that right leg and right glute. We are, when you split the body in two, instead of just doing squats, you hit things a lot more, you challenge the body a lot more when we focus on one leg at a time. So I like to isolate the legs.
Very cool.
Cool.
Wow. Now, what else do you have for us? What do you think?
Let's see. Actually, really quick, a step at home, or a chair, or anything that's elevated that you have. Maybe you have a really big book. You can do this move a little bit differently. So there's a lot of different ways to change the moves, and you can also just face this way and go into a lunge right here. So instead of going lateral, we're just doing pretty much just a regular lunge, but since that front leg is elevated, we're hitting the quads a little bit more. So it's always really good to mix up the workouts so your body doesn't adjust and you just keep getting results. And you hit every muscle fiber, so you don't have those missed spots. You don't want to miss a spot. So let's do the next exercise.
What do you got for us?
All right, let's see. I think we'll go over here. We'll go to TRX. Quick TRX move. If you got TRX at home, you're lucky. I feel like everyone should have one of these. But if you don't have a TRX move, we're gonna move on. So perhaps you have something you can hold on to, a bar, or maybe you just have a chair at home, right? A chair this height. So what we would do is we're gonna work on preventing knee problems or rehabbing knee and ankle problems. Worked in physical therapy for a little bit. I'm gonna transfer all my weight to my left leg. I'm gonna make sure my left knee is a little bit soft, a little bent. Squeeze my abs, put my belly button into the spine. And now I'm gonna lift my right leg, bend at the knee. I'm only gonna move from my right hip joint. So I'm holding on. If you don't need to hold on, you put your hands palm up. And working on the ankle, working on the knee, working on all these little stabilizer muscles, preventing injury. Also core work too. Believe it or not, it doesn't look like much, but most clients that I've ever worked with, ever since 2009, can't do this one. They end up bending and unbending the knee. So actually we work on the hip mobility for the right leg. If you don't work on your hip mobility, you don't use it, you'll lose it. And it's abs. So if you want some abs for summer, this is actually going to be one of your moves. You want to try to keep your hip points facing one way and not moving around the room. So that's one move you can do at home. And don't jump on your leg like that barefoot, it hurts. All right, so these are some core moves you can do
on your mat, on your floor. I'm doing it on my reformer, but this is just like a mat. So I'm gonna start with just one leg at a time, knee drops. So I'm bringing my knee right above my hip point. My knee's at a 90-degree angle, my hip's at a 90-degree angle. I'm not bringing my knee over my belly buttons, over the hip, and I'm just literally dropping down. So you might be able to see that my back is touching the mat. You don't want to have your back lifted. You're not going to be working your core. You actually can cause some back problems and be working your back. So with an exhale, squeezing the front of the abs, pushing my back down, keeping my spine down, and now I can switch to the other leg. Now that's very beginner. You want to amp it up. Maybe you're going to go here. 1, 2. Now notice while one leg's moving, the other leg should be totally still. Even harder, push down, relax your shoulders, exhale, inhale, exhale. So as you're exhaling, you're pushing that lower back down even more. You want to make it a little fancy. I always do this all the time. I'll go side to side. Then you work your obliques. You want to work from every angle, that's good. And we're gonna go back to beginner. So one more move for you. Right here, just going out to the side, inside. So as we bring the left leg outside the body, I'm trying to keep my hip points and my shoulders completely symmetrical, laid down on the mat. So I'm not letting this leg take me over. So you gotta use your core to stabilize and fight from falling over. So it looks simple. It's a good one to do for women who maybe just had babies. This is one you can do a few weeks out. You want to definitely get some approval from your doctors, but yeah, good night.
Now, I was watching you do the last set of exercises you were doing, and it occurred to me, and I know, like, I have neck problems.
Okay.
So I always hurt myself doing sit-ups. Could that replace sit-ups
For
in
you?
some way?
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing sit-ups with you, especially with neck problems. So what I'm all about actually is getting your core strong and getting your abs really toned without using sit-ups. So it's what can we do to totally avoid sit-ups? Because sit-ups can cause some back problems, not always. If you do it properly or you do crunches properly, not the whole sit-up, you might not run into problems. But these are some really good alternatives for the core, and I like to work the core. Even with the leg moves that we were doing, that worked the core as well. So with that standing leg move, that works the core, and those are a lot of times safer than doing sit-ups.
Wow, very interesting. And I want to say, you have, and we'll show some pictures, you have a wonderful facility down here. But you gave us some great tips for those of us who don't have a gym in our house.
Right.
And some great tips on wellness as well.
Hope so. I hope you guys use it and let me know how it goes. And you don't have to have a gym in your house to get a phenomenal workout. If you have a chair and a towel and some ammunition and motivation, that's all you need.
And now if people want to get a hold of you, they want to see what you're all about, where do they go again?
They go to Jen Elyse Feldy on Facebook, IMDb, thelifewithjenergy.com, Instagram @Jen Elyse, and thelifewithjenergy. And don't follow me in real life.
Check her out.